This is the second week for the Aggies to enter the week with a W under their belt. Texas A&M defeated Idaho on Saturday 37-7, and just like any other normal week, they showed up at Bright to review game film of the next opponent. But quarterback Ryan Tannehill said at 6 o'clock this morning there was a different vibe, there was an energy. The Aggies are excited to face Oklahoma State to get back the glory that was lost last year in Stillwater.
It kind of hurt. It's always a game, a rival that I love to play against and love to win. And we've been coming up short the past few years, so hopefully this year we can get the job.
I went to class this morning. Everyone's sitting there. Even the professors are talking about this OSU game, giving bonus points for winning this football game. So, right now, everyone's talking about the vibe around campus is at an all-time high. So, for every game we win, we'll get like an extra bonus point on one of our tests, and then like he specifically turned to me and he was like, but if we lose, Mr. Hunter, I'm deducting points or something like this.
We got to be on our game. The coaches know it. So, you can tell it's a whole different attitude. It's a whole different vibe. Everybody's ready, and, we ready.
Going against Oklahoma State, and, it's just a incredible matchup. And, I haven't had the opportunity to beat them yet, and just looking forward to, taking advantage and having them at home and coming out with a big
It was a very bitter pill to swallow last year.
Right, it was definitely a tough game for us offensively. I just went back and watched it again this morning, and we really didn't play well as an offense. A lot of missed blocks and just not executing well. So it's definitely a frustrating game for us. We know that they're going to score a lot of points. That's just how their offense runs, and we know we're going to have to score a lot of points on our side as well. So. It should be an exciting game to watch.
I don't necessarily take an offense to it, but I think it is a challenge out for us that, everyone expects them to put up, 30, 40, 50 points a game, but I think it's a challenge for us to go out and, stop them and not let them accomplish that. It'd be one of those things, we're going to work hard this week. We're going to work real hard. So, it's a challenge for us. I'll talk to Tannehill about that comment after the game.
The Aggies will face a very efficient Cowboys offense. There will be some key matchups and players from both teams to watch this Saturday.
The best thing I think to do is we practice against our own offense. And Coach Sherman, every day we have some competition periods of our offense versus our defense. And they go up tempo, very similar to what Oklahoma State does. They've got Blackman, we've got Jeff Fuller.
They got tall guys. They got, the guys who are, possession type receivers. We all know about Blackman, Blitnikoff Award winner. He's a great receiver.
Jerod-Eddie, I think he's one of the best. I think he is the best man-on-man corner in the nation. And Terrence Frederick is incredible as well. Just a vet out there. He reads, your splits, what kind of stem you take. I feel like when I'm in the top of my route, he already knows. He's already broke it down to maybe 2 different routes I can run. So, he's definitely very smart, and Coriel's probably more physical than he is. But between the both of them, I think they're going to do a great job.
They've got their running back number 1, Randall. We've got Cyrus and C. Mike.
Could come out and play the best run defense of their life. You can't ever expect to be able to run the ball on anybody. So I think as an offense, we just do what we do, and we try to stay balanced. So, we're going to try to run the ball, but it's not because it's Oklahoma State. That's just what
you don't have Hunter. You got Joe Randall, who's a little bit bigger back, but he might be running for more yards than Hunter did last year. He played some as a true freshman a year ago. He's a heck of a back. They've got 9 starters back. Very, very similar scheme-wise to what they did a year ago. If anything, they're playing with more confidence. We played them early in the year, and I think they were still trying to sort things out, with Coach Holderson and the system. And as the year went on, they just got stronger and stronger and stronger. And, coming to this season, they really have not skipped a beat. And so I think they're playing with a ton of confidence. I think they're extremely well coached, and they've got very, very good athletes. And so, we've got some weapons to go against that can kind of compare to what they have. We got Ryan Tannehill. I'm glad they don't have a scoreboard all the time at practice because he can embarrass you in a hurry. He's extremely athletic. He can make all the throws. And the thing about him is it's the same to be said for the guy at Oklahoma State, Whedon. They're very poised players. They're very difficult to rattle. They go through their read progressions, and they don't let a bad play affect the next play. And that's why I love, Ryan. I mean, he goes out there and we may hit him on a blitz one time, and then he picks it up the next time and he makes you pay for it. And so I think, Ryan's one of those special players in college football that he's got all the athletic ability in the world that you want, but he's got that extra X factor, is that he's got the poise and the demeanor that you need in a quarterback.
Whedon is a heck of a quarterback. Shows tremendous maturity. Obviously, he has chronological age to add to his own maturity, but he's a real deal. He's doing a great job leading that offense, and I think they've taken another step from where they were a year ago. So I have a lot of respect for what they've done on both sides of the ball.
Getting a chance to compete against our guys. If we can have success against our guys, we have confidence we can effectively, compete against a team like them. It comes down to execution on Saturday. You can go out and do it in practice, but come game day when the lights are on, we've got to do it, and we anticipate, having a heck of a challenge this weekend.
The defense will take over both these ball games, and it'll be a defensive match. Whenever you say it's going to be an offensive shootout, it's always a defensive game, and I would say both defenses will rise to the occasion.
Flexible this year. We're able to move around and do things we weren't able to do last year. I think a lot of our defense revolved around Vaughn last year just because he was such a dynamic player and such a great threat for us. And I think this year, we're not having him, we're able to, we have to be more balanced. Not able, we have to be more balanced. And, having those guys we can have come off, DeMontre and Sean and all those guys, all those young guys we got coming off the edge this year, we're able to be more balanced, show different looks. And we're just more comfortable with where we're at right now. We're playing so much faster than we were last year, and so much more confidence at this point.
Sean Ward, one of our freshman outside linebackers, is going to be in the mix at inside linebacker this week. Garrick and John Stewart played decent for us last weekend. Charlie Thomas is really doing some good things, but he's still a little ways away just as far as field because it is new for him. But we're going to look at Sean Ward this week and due to two things. One, I think body type wise, Sean gives us a lot. I mean, he's a thick guy. He's a very aggressive physical presence, and he's very athletic. And so, as we looked at our linebacker situation, we thought that he'd be an ideal fit there. And we've got some pretty good depth at the outside linebacker position, so we felt, two reasons we can move him in there. One, to give him some more reps and compete a little bit.
That's the first thing our coach said. We can't let him get comfortable because he'll kill us. That's the first thing he told us this morning. So, a sack is, like you said, is good dessert, but, I mean, knocking them down and making them know we coming and we trying to hit them, every chance we get, that's just as good, and as long as he feels us, we have, like I said, the greatest secondary in the country. So if we make him throw some balls that he don't want to throw and throw them early, I think those guys on the back end will take care of the rest.
The 8th-ranked Aggies have a chance to increase the height of their climb and rise to the top as they face number 6-ranked Oklahoma State Saturday in College Station, and what will have to be the game of the weekend, as it is the only matchup containing 2 top 10 teams. I know one thing, it will be rockin' here at Kyle Field, since it has been since 1975 for 2 top 10 teams to face each other. This has been Courtney Rowland in College Station, reporting for Rivals.com.